Hi there. There we go. Hey, so it's been a while since I've left a video or made a video. Pretty much ever since this whole ridiculous virus thing started. So I just thought I would take a minute while I'm driving over to our workshop to pop in and say hi and kind of update you about what's been going on with me and just touch base and see how y'all are doing. Man, weird times, right? We, fortunately, are used to working from home, unlike most people. So I think that we're a little bit better prepared right now for the current state of affairs than most people are. But that being said, it's still really disconcerting. This whole compulsory stay-at-home order, this whole, yeah, you can leave your house, but, don't go and engage with your family that don't live in the same house with you, and don't go and engage with your friends, and don't meet in groups for, like community support and religious expression and celebration, and don't go out and support your local businesses where you can sit down and enjoy the weather and sit on a patio and have a glass of wine and a meal or something like that, so don't go to the movie, don't go to any sporting events, don't go to any live music events, don't do anything. So that part has really taken a toll on me, like everybody else, psychologically. The whole fear factor, I don't know about you, but I've been doing plenty of research with my time at home, and it's interesting to see the variation in the numbers, between deaths attributed to COVID-19 and, hospitalization and just everything else. It's crazy. Our state of Oregon, I'm not in front of my computer right now, but I did look recently, and I think the total deaths attributed to the virus, I hate to even call it COVID-19 because that's the brand name they've given it, and that's a whole nother issue, but I don't want to tip my hat to that, so I prefer I'll just call it the virus, and I think it's more a social virus than a medical virus, but that, again, is another issue. So, in the entire state of Oregon, there have been very, very few deaths attributed to the virus, but even the ones that are, I have personal connections with medical doctors who have come out with documentation showing that the American Medical Association has created guidelines to tell doctors in what scenarios a death can be attributed to COVID-19. And the fact that they're getting compensated by Medicare, they're being offered a higher compensation for deaths that they attribute as cause of death to COVID-19 than to other causes of death. So yeah, I know, I'm tired of hearing about it too. I'm so freaking tired of hearing about it, but it's so ever present, it's ubiquitous, and it's not just in our immediate locality, it's worldwide. And so it's exhausting because you want to maintain positive mental attitude. You want to just look out your window and go, it's another beautiful day in Oregon, and it is, but the media scare, the media hype is just unbelievable. And what really blows my mind more than anything else is how quickly humans can be convinced, scared into towing the line, towing the government line, towing the line that is the talking point. Just doing what we're told, just complying. That's the word I was looking for. We're just compliant. And because it's fear-based, there's panic, the what if, and the way that we're being trained to snitch on one another because we're looking out for, the vulnerable. We got to protect the vulnerable. So, and there's, nothing to say that the vulnerable can't continue to shelter in place. So why is our whole society shut down? Why is our economy in the toilet now? What is really going on behind the scenes? I am not a conspiracy theorist. I am, but I don't. Conspiracies are a real thing. So, there doesn't have to just be a theory, and besides, a theory, has to be proven. But a lot of people just say it's just a theory. Most people don't recognize that theories require proof and a lot of evidence to be supported. But anyway, there's something going on, things aren't right. Ever since this whole thing started, I've had a vibe, that something was going on behind the scenes. So anyhow, so kind of a little bit shifting gears, because I know that that's a really heavy subject, and everybody's sick and freaking tired of hearing about it. But because of the whole ever-present state of mind in society about this thing, it's really had an impact on my creative ability, my ability to really dig in and write. So I haven't been writing much. I have recently kind of dug back into the story to Jack, and have been mulling it over in my mind about where I'm taking it next and everything, and continuing to write book 2, The Kidnapping King, which has been moved out. The deadline has been moved out. It was originally slotted to have the manuscript finished by April 20th, and I just, because of my lack of writing, I moved that out to August 15th now, mid-August. So my editor, she was actually really happy that I contacted her wanting to move the date out, because like everyone else, she's also working from home and her kids are at home now, and she's having to deal with being behind on her workload. So I think we're all in this together, even though how we're in it differs from person to person for sure. But one of my character attributes, I think, is that I've always been pretty adaptable, and I'm glad for that. And make lemonade when you're handed lemons, right? So one of the things that I am doing with my time now, as I'm offering my services as an editor, so a copy editor and a proofreader and a content editor, content story development, and all that kind of good stuff. So that's the upside, is that I'm starting to get more paid work for that, because my traditional business, my pyrography and laser engraving business, has really kind of taken a hit because of the fact that people aren't really thinking about buying artwork so much right now. They're thinking about, hunkering down and buying products and services that are essential. My business is one of those non-essential businesses, even though it's essential for me, so that whole definition of non-essential business is debatable. I've heard people say that no business is non-essential, but politics and media kind of non-essential, but businesses support families, so pay the bills. And so anyhow, my non-essential business has taken a big hit, and so I'm glad that I can kind of pivot, as they say, and get work doing other things, because book writing right now, I'm an emerging author. I'm a new author, so I haven't got an established readership yet, and so my book is costing me a lot more than it's earning me right now, paying for marketing and and just to get published. It was quite an expensive endeavor, just hiring an illustrator and a cover designer and an interior formatter and editors so it's cost me way more. I haven't even begun to recoup my outgo of what I spent to publish yet. So that's got to be kind of secondary until I build a readership significant enough that it begins to support my ability to write more full time. Until that happens, I have to continue to generate my income from other sources, and that has been my pyrography business primarily, and then I also added a sister laser engraving business to expand my offering. And yeah, so I haven't that hasn't been earning any income for me. So the writing is kind of on the back burner. And I'm doing more editing work now, which is great. Especially I really enjoy doing editing for fiction work, for self-published authors. But interestingly enough, because I'm a partner in a software development business, and fortunately that's our core source of income, and it's pretty solid right now, so that's good. Software development isn't going away. So, but anyway, because I am a partner in a software development business, I've gotten some clients, some editing clients who are in the software sales field. So I do fiction and non-fiction editing, and so that's kind of cool that I've been able to expand my services like that. So that's what I'm doing right now, and other than that, we're kind of just spending a lot of time working from home. We do have this workshop that's about 15 minutes away from our house that gives us a secondary location to go to in order to do work and get out of the house and stuff, and we have complete control over who comes and goes there. It's just us usually, or clients that we're meeting. So that's a nice, at least there's that, at least I have someplace else I can go to get out of the house that I don't have to interface with other people. But I'm not scared to interface with other people. I mean, I was initially when we didn't have very much data just to go on, but now that we've got enough information about the risk factors and everything, I'm going this isn't any more of a threat than the annual flu. In fact, it's probably less of a threat than the annual flu. And we don't shut down our entire freaking economy for the flu every year. So I am pretty happy to go out and engage with people. But I do have to, we have to take into account, I have to take into account that, my husband is also, at risk if I go out and, am exposed and then bring something home to him. So that's a consideration too, but I just don't think the risk is as great as we're being told that it is. So anyhow, that's what's been going on with me. We are happy, mostly happy, except for the oppression gets to me sometimes. And, and the fact that I can't see my kids and my grandkids gets to me. That makes me sad. But, as far as like health and overall well-being, we're both doing great and just keeping on. Just doing our work like we usually do, and looking forward to and anticipating a time in the hopefully not too distant future when we'll be able to, when life will get back to normal. I'm really like detesting this the new normal phrase. Like everybody says, like my husband says, this is not normal. And I have no interest in, participating in or endorsing this new form of normal. It's not normal. It's not normal for us to like have to stand 6 feet apart from one another and not hug or not shake hands and not be, sociable with one another. It's just, this is insanity. It's insanity. So it's got to change. I mean, our economy has got to get back on track. And the sooner, the freaking better. So anyway, I hope that you guys are doing better than can be expected, and that you're happy and healthy, and I would love to hear from you. I especially would love to hear from any healthcare providers who are working in hospitals. I think we need more direct information from people who are working in the field, in the hospitals. That's one thing. We don't have enough information from hospital employees telling us, what the actual real deal is. And so I think we all feel lost and confused because we have no reliable information to go on. We just have to trust that what we're being told is accurate, and we just know full well that it's not. So it's really kind of a helpless feeling situation, and I really don't like feeling helpless and subject. I detest it, so I resent it big time. So I want more information. So if you work in the healthcare industry, and especially in hospitals, I would love to hear from you directly regarding what you're seeing in the hospitals in your location. So there's that. If you know anybody who does work at a hospital, who has inside information, by all means have them reach out to me, because I would like to compile some data on that, some accurate information from people who are in the know. Anyway, I'm gonna go for now, but just wanted to leave you this update. If you look forward to my content, please let me know. I'll try and I will I'll upload more frequently. I know I haven't been consistent with that, and that's on my to-do list for sure. So anyway, I'm wishing you all the best, and until next time, this is Tracy Partridge-Johnson signing off. Please feel free to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Take good care.